Top 10 most expensive watches. Luxury watches are some of the most sought after and admired pieces of technology, combining the best in craftsmanship, history, and design. Watch prices can soar into the millions, from a $55 million colorful diamond wristwatch to a timepiece commissioned for Marie Antoinette in the 17th. We have put together a list of record breaking timepieces. Let's take a look at the top 10 most expensive watches in the world today. What are the most expensive watches in the world? Graf Diamond Hallucination, $55 million. Number 2, Graf Diamonds The Fascination, $40 million. Number 3, Braginet, number 160, $30 million. Chopard, 201 carat watch, $25 million. Number 5, Patek Philippe Super Complication, $24 million. Number 6, Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch, $18 million. Number 7, Paul Newman Rolex Daytona, $17.8 million. Number 8, Patek Philippe Reference 1518, $11.1 million. Number 1, Vacheron Constantin 57 to $68 million. Number 10, Hublot Big Bang, $5 million. Number 1, Graf Diamonds Hallucination, $55 million. Topping the list of the world's most expensive watches in the Graf Diamond Hallucination unveiled at the Base World Watch and Jewelry Fair. This unprecedented watch is made up of 110 carats of diamonds of all colors including fancy pink, fancy yellow, fancy green and fancy blue, and cuts including emerald, hot pearl, turquoise and round are combined to create this spectacular timepiece. Number 2, Graf Diamond The Fascination. Price $40 million US. Known for their luxurious diamond jewelry items, Graf Diamonds created the Fascination watch, which contains 152.96 carats of diamonds with a center of diamond that is a 38.14 carat D. Flawless pear shape, the center diamond detaches into a ring that can be worn separately. Number 3, Braguet number 160, $30 million US. The original version of this watch was allegedly commissioned for Marie Antoinette by one of her lovers, Abraham Louis Braguet, began working on the watch in 1782, and Marie Antoinette was executed before its completion in 1827 by Braguet's son. The watch included a renowned complication at the time, including a thermometer, chime, and perpetual calendar. The watch was on display at the La Mer Museum in Jerusalem until it was stolen in 1983. The watch was eventually recovered and is still displayed at the Mayer Museum today. Number 4, Chopard 201 carat watch, price $25 million US. This stunning watch contains 874 diamonds totaling to 101 carats in an array of colors. The center of the Chopard watch is comprised of 3 heart-shaped diamonds in yellow, pink and blue. Number 5, Patek Philippe Super Complication, $24 million US is price of this watch. This gold pocket watch was created in 1933 by Patek Philippe for banker Henry Graves Jr. The watch took 5 years to design and build and features 24 complications, including a perpetual calendar, sunrise and sunset times, and a celestial calendar from Graves' apartment on 5th Avenue in New York. Number 6, Jacob & Co. Billionaire Watch, price $18 million US. The Billionaire watch contains 260 carats of emerald cut diamonds, 161 individual components, and 19 jewels. The bracelet and watch face were one seamless construction made in 18K white gold. Number 7, Paul Newman's Rolex Daytona, price $17.8 million US. A gift from his wife, movie star and race car enthusiast Paul Newman. Rolex Daytona sold for a staggering $17.8 million in 2017. Art Deco in style, the 1968 Daytona reference 6239 was engraved with "Drive Carefully, Me" by wife and actress Joanna Woodward. Paul went on to gift the watch to his daughter's boyfriend at the time, who donated a sizable amount of the sale to the Null Newman Foundation. Number 8, Patek Philippe Reference 1518, price $11.11 million. In late 2016, the stainless steel cased Patek Philippe Reference 1518 sold at auction for just over $11 million. Patek Philippe produced the 1518 model in 1941, making it the first perpetual calendar chronograph wristwatch ever produced in a series. Number 19, Vacheron Constantin 57 to 60, price $8 million US, including 57 complication, 28, 26 individual components and 242 jewels. Vacheron contains 57 to 60 watch is a technological and artistic feat. This watch took 8 years to design and create and is estimated to have been commissioned for $8 million for a private client. Number 10. Hublot Big Bang. Price 5 million US dollars. Hublot's Big Bang watch contains 1282 diamonds in total, including more than 100 carats of Blackwood diamonds and 6 emerald cut diamonds, weighing more than 3 carats each. Beyonce purchased this watch for Jay-Z as a birthday present in 2012. What makes watches so expensive? The primary factors that determine how much a luxury timepiece is worth are: number 1, technology; number 2, craftsmanship; number 3, materials used; number 4, brand. These factors all work in conjunction to determine the ultimate value of a watch. The precision, craftsmanship, labor, and skill that go into luxury watches what sets them apart from other watches. Rolex watches, for example, are all hand assembled, and the brand has their own foundry that makes the gold they use in their watches. How to sell or upgrade your watch? Number 1. Fill out our online form. Be sure to include photos of your watch. Receive a price code. Send your watch in free shipping. Get a final price. If you are interested in selling or trading in your luxury watches for a new one, WW Diamonds offer a convenient and safe online service with an A plus BBB rating. Or customers, you can be sure that you are selling your luxury watch to a trustworthy watch buyer. There are no fees recharged, and our team of expert watch buyers can accurately assess the value of your watch and make you a strong offer. How much is your watch? Ultimately, a limited edition timepiece that is highly sought after will always fetch high prices, and a watch that comes with box and papers, has been regularly serviced, and is in great condition will also do well. But to find out exactly how much you could sell your watch for a trade in for a new watch, click the button below to receive your offer. Get a cash price of a luxury watch today. WB Diamonds. What to do next? How much my watch is really worth? High-end wristwatches are the ultimate expression of luxury and artistry, combining complex mechanisms with sportified design. Luxury watches such as Rolex and Patek Philippe are internationally recognized. How to sell a Rolex? A comprehensive guide to selling your Rolex watch. The second market for luxury watches is booming, and that's great news for anyone ready to sell a Rolex. Rolex by far the most in demand, easily recognized brand in both the primary and secondary. Top 10 most expensive auto jewelry in the world. Watch damage. How will it affect the resale value of my luxury timepiece? Luxury watches are the more than just an accessory to tell time. They are significant financial investments that you will be looking to protect. However, worn on a daily basis, they are likely to sustain more wear. Considering that everyone has the exact time in every time zone on earth in their pocket at all times, a mechanical watch that costs more than a house can seem like a curious investment. But these days, watches aren't really about telling the time, or rather, they are not just about telling the time. Instead, they are more like functional jewelry, a way for men to buy themselves something fancy, but also know that what they have purchased does more than just look pretty. The best watches do, of course, look very pretty, but like an Italian sports car, your outlay also buys your precision, engineering, and decades of heritage, which makes it all feel a bit more sustainable than dropshipping. More than most mortgages on a ring with a big dim diamond on. The most expensive watches on the earth then tend to fall into one of two camps. On the traditional side, you have got 6 and sometimes 7 figure timepieces that earn their place tag by squeezing incomprehensibly complicated engineering into teeny tiny cases. There is where you will find the flagship watches by your Swiss Old Guard, which use nothing more than cogs and gears to track the movement of the planets, or chime like Big Bang. On the other side, you have got watches that are expensive because they are made from expensive stuff, precious metal, hand-cut diamonds, bits of meteorites, bling basically. But when you want people to know that you spent the GDP of a specific island on your watch, sometimes the best way is to make it glittery. And then a notch above both, you have got your one-off watches owned by famous people along that people or continually. The watches were made slightly wrong and are therefore completely unique. While the vintage watch market booming, this is where you will find your expensive watches, record breakers, the timepieces that go for as much as tax decent Premier League midfielder. Here are the priciest of the bunch. For the sake of fairness, we have left out the models that are carried in Brazilians of diamonds because that doesn't really count, does it? Geyser Prager's Cursor Light Turbulent. 30,000 lakhs light turbulent. As part of limited edition release of the signature Corsair model, the light model is one of just 18 worldwide, which doesn't sound all that special after all big fancy watch markets do this all the time. Great fragrance across its cool $30,000 price tag, however, thanks to its rebellion movement composed of 79 different parts, it took over 200 hours of work, hundreds of operational techniques owned over the course of 200 years. That sort of skill doesn't some cheap. Chopped, LUC, all in one, Janus watch. 3,74,000 euros. Chopard is known as one of the horological greats, and with good reason. After winning Watch of the Year for their LUC Full Strike at the 2017 Geneva Watchmaking Grand Prix, the man dropped a familiar the following year with a price tag too much. The LUC all-in-one combines exclusively with well-known myth. Only 10 watches in each edition were made, but the stimulus behind them is the most important people will be familiar with. Inspired by the Roman god Janus, famed for his two faces, this watch has two dials. It also bears some good insight too, which features that include a professional calendar, astronomical readings, and a turbulent, a complex rotating mechanical system which takes great skill to make. Surely it may set you back a hefty 37 lakhs 4,000 euros or more depending on the exchange rate, but it's safe to say you can't put a price on diamond power. Mattress do times chapter 1 round transparency. 40 lakhs 400 euros 400,000 euros. TikTok Supreme Mattress do Tamps are famous for bringing together some of the most exceptional watchmakers in the world to collaborate on game-changing models, and the chapter 1 round transparency is the perfect example. A mishmash of idiosyncratic design and varying schools of horology, the chapter 1 is both classic and complex. That's not to mention the 18K red gold case and limited edition, engaging that really sets it apart. At a valid demolishing 40 lakhs 4,000, it stands out as a much sought after tribute to the industry's fascinating past and exciting future. Christopher Claret Double 2 Night Eagle 44 lakhs 5,000 euros. If Batman wore a watch, this would be it. Not only is it packed out with gadgetry, but it also looks modier than a 14-year-old boy at a garden center. Limited to 68 pieces, the Night Eagle is a modified version of the earlier Duel 2 concept. The time is told on two revolving bells, and the movement offers a chronograph with a special planetary gear system. It also features turbulence, a mechanism that helps to counter the effect of gravity within the watch, a mini gong and hammer for its chime, and 65 jewels shimmering from within its dark colored sheen. Bruce Wayne's probably reaching for his checkbook right now. This one's nice and all, but it's a little on the nose. George Daniels Coaxial Chronograph 46 lakh 30,000 euros. A more classic and minimalist style compared to the other pieces on this list, but why would the most important watchmaker of the 20th century need to be brash? Joe Daniels only produced a few dozen timepieces within his life, but his most important contribution to the industry was the invention of the coaxial experiment system, which he later sold to Omega. It was revolutionary for a number of very Greeky reasons, but most importantly, it allowed for longer times between servicing. The one of a kind George Daniel coaxial chronograph sold for 61 lakhs $9,000 at auction in 2012, and for good reason. It's a piece of Burnfield history.